Hello, and if you are a subscriber to my channel, welcome back. And if you were just clicking on this video because you need the content, you are also so very welcome, and I'm glad you stopped by. This is IRL Jax, where I am Jax, and this is my real life, and you've tuned in to part of a Skill Up series where I help you ladies be prepared to have an intelligent two-way conversation with your medical provider, so you're not just sitting there not knowing what to ask or say. In this episode, we are going to go ahead and talk about understanding a sperm analysis, the different components that are being tested. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead, get started, and show you some examples of the different things you're going to find on your sperm analysis. If you find this video helpful at all, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in following along on my own personal infertility journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. All right, let's get started. Today, instead of me being a talking head, talking at you for the next 10 minutes, I thought that I would do something a little more fun and draw out the concepts that we're going to be talking about today. So let's get started. I'm going to go over the major components of a sperm analysis and some of the causes. I want to make sure that you know that there are some things about your sperm analysis or your sperm quality that you can change, and there's some that you can't. So I highly recommend having a discussion with your RE or your urologist to see which of these they think that you can change with diet, exercise, and supplements, and which you cannot. All right, so the first thing that you're going to notice on your sperm analysis is volume. How many milliliters were produced? A normal range is about 1.5 to 5 milliliters. Low volumes can indicate things like blockages or dysfunctions. Something called retrograde ejaculation is a condition where part or all of the semen flows backwards instead of out, and there are certain infections that can decrease your volume. The next part of a sperm analysis is the concentration. How many little sperm are in each of those milliliters produced? The normal range varies quite a bit, but on average it's 15 to 20 million per milliliter. So that is a lot of sperm. Lower numbers usually are caused by either blockages or from the sperm just not being produced in the testicle. Things that can contribute to concentration are your age, whether or not the testicles have been overheated at any point. Drug use, including marijuana, can lower sperm count. Smoking cigarettes is also not helpful. Being extremely overweight or not getting enough vital nutrients can be a problem. There's just a whole host of things that can lead to issues with sperm count, so you really have to get a good holistic view of your life to see what might be influencing those. The third metric on your sperm analysis is motility. Anywhere from about 40 to 50% of your sperm are going to be motile. This means they are moving, and they are moving in a straight line. Sperm need to swim in a certain direction to get where they're going, and about half of your sperm are just not going to be able to do that. They're going to either be swimming in circles or not moving at all. A few things can affect this. Exposure to smoking, alcohol, caffeine, or chemicals can all lead to low motility, as well as high levels of stress, poor diet, poor nutrition, or excessive heat, and certain medications can lower your motility. The next thing you're going to want to take a look at on your analysis is your morphology. What percent of your sperm are shaped normally? An abnormally shaped sperm is just not going to be able to fertilize an egg. A lot of people have concerns about whether a low morphology rate could lead to birth defects. That's not how it works. A abnormally shaped sperm is just not going to get the job done. Some other factors that might show up on one of the other factors that's going to be documented on your sperm analysis is the pH level. If your sample falls outside of the normal pH level, then it is either too acidic or too basic, and it's not going to be compatible with supporting little sperms on their journey. Another thing that your doctor probably talked to you about prior to you having your sperm analysis is how many days of abstinence. You want 2 to 5 days of abstinence before a sample. Too long, and then the sperm that are present are going to start dying off. And too little of a time, and your testicles have not had enough time to reproduce all of the sperm they could have. So this has just been a really quick overview of what's going to show up on your sperm analysis. Make sure to discuss these results with your doctor to see what falls within normal range that they're comfortable with. Certain levels may be okay for just timed intercourse, certain levels may be okay for IUI, and certain results may mean that you need to look into IVF with ICSI. I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to follow along with my infertility journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I make new videos every single Monday, and I thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, ladies, keep on fighting!